Welcome back, Star Wars fans, to episode 39 of Ronald's Reviews, and this video is a little bit different. This isn't the video that I was planning to do this week, but today I'm posing the question: how much knowledge do you need before you become a real Star Wars fan and real Star Wars collector? Cue the march. So everybody, like I said in the intro, this video is a little bit different. I generally don't do videos like this. I try to keep my videos fun and entertaining and just show things I've been buying and things like that. This video is a little bit different. It is a little bit serious, but it is something I feel quite strongly about, and it's something that I felt I wanted to do. So I will be the first to admit my knowledge when it comes to Star Wars and certain items when it comes to collecting is limited. I have no issue admitting that. And my knowledge is limited, in my opinion, for two main reasons. One, I'm not a huge reader, so I don't go diving into books, into the internet, to try and constantly improve my knowledge when it comes to Star Wars. I am happy to have my knowledge and just gain my knowledge casually and sort of leisurely, really. I'm happy just for my knowledge to grow by talking to other fans, talking to other collectors, just collecting information as it comes. I don't feel the need to go diving into books and feel that I should have this huge extensive knowledge of Star Wars. Otherwise I'm not a real fan and not a real collector. That's the first one. The second one is I've only just started watching the animated series, and I know there's a lot of information and background stories and things like that come from the animated series. I've not watched any of Rebels at this point, and I've only just started watching Clone Wars. I'm not even at the end of season 1 yet. So again, that will help my knowledge once I've finished those, but again, until now I've not started watching them. So my knowledge, I'm happy to admit my knowledge is limited, and I'm happy for it to grow on a casual basis. That's fine. Anybody who wants to jump into books, great, that's fantastic. I have no issue with that. But yeah, so basically what's prompted this video is I was contacted recently by one particular person. I won't tell you the name they go by, it's certainly not the real name, and I won't tell you how they've contacted me. It certainly wasn't through YouTube. But this particular person has obviously seen my channel, obviously seen my videos, one video in particular, and contacted me to basically inform me that something I said on one of my videos wasn't necessarily incorrect, but basically something I'd said on one of my videos had made it apparent to this particular person that there was something that I didn't know when it came to Star Wars. Now, don't get me wrong, I have no issue being corrected. I have no issue being told new things. In fact, I encourage it by all means. You know, get in touch with me and tell me if you know something I don't, or if I've said something incorrect on a video. But as long as you do it in a respectful and polite manner, I have absolutely no issue with people doing that. That's not what this is about. But this particular person had heard something on a video that wasn't necessarily wrong, but because of what I'd said, made it apparent that I didn't know something that he did, and he wanted to inform me of that. Sorry, I say he I don't know if it's male or female. But in my opinion, there's a way of doing this. Now, for me, if you know something another collector or fan doesn't, and you want to tell that person, then fantastic. But do it in a respectful way, and just be happy that you can enjoy the experience of being able to help a fellow fan and fellow collector improve their knowledge. Don't take pleasure in correcting somebody because it makes you feel better about yourself, and it makes you feel that I'm more of a collector than you, I'm more of a fan than you because I know something you don't, and laud your knowledge over another person because you may know more than they do. I've got no time for that, you know. And there is a difference, you know. People that take pleasure in correcting somebody because it makes them feel good about themselves because I know more than you do, that makes me more of a fan, that makes me more of a collector. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, you know. Be respectful. If you want to help someone and improve their knowledge, fantastic. But do it because you want to help that person. Don't do it because you want to puff out your chest and show that I know more than you do. I've got no time for that. There is no minimum requirement of knowledge to be a Star Wars fan. There is no minimum requirement of knowledge to be a Star Wars collector. There's no minimum requirement of how many things you own when it comes to Star Wars collecting. There isn't. You are, if you say to me, I love Star Wars, then you're a Star Wars fan, and I'll speak to you like I would speak to any other Star Wars fan. If you've watched Star Wars once in your whole life but you say you love it, or if you've watched it 1,000,000 times in your whole life and say you love it, I will not speak to you any differently than I would speak to the next person. The same as collecting. Whether you've got a room full of collectibles or if you've got half a dozen figures on a shelf, you are a collector. The term collection is defined as more than one of something. So if you've got 3 figures on a shelf, you're a collector as far as I'm concerned, and I will speak to you as a collector. This idea that you should have a certain level of knowledge to be a Star Wars fan and a certain level of knowledge or items in your collection to be a proper collector is nonsense. And basically that's what this particular person was alluding to. These things don't bother me generally, but I tried to engage this particular person in conversation more than once to try and be civil and try and just engage him in a rational conversation. But it became apparent that he didn't want to do that and just was taking pleasure in correcting me or telling me something that I didn't know. And again, that didn't necessarily bother me. But then he came out with what? Say he, sorry, again, it could be female. They came out with a sentence that did bother me. And the sentence they said was, they alluded again to this information that I didn't know that they'd told me about, and then followed it up with, if you are a real fan or real collector, inverted commas, this is something you would and should know. And that did bother me, because like I've said, there is no minimum requirement for knowledge to be a fan or collector. You don't instantly develop a certain level of knowledge when you decide you're a fan or collector. It's not just instantly there because you've now said you're a fan and it's there for you to call upon when you need it. Everyone has to learn something from somewhere at some point. You know, we don't just instantly have this knowledge that we can all refer to. We gain it, and we gain it in different ways. Like I say, I happily gain my knowledge casually in conversation with other collectors, other videos on YouTube. I don't jump into books because it's just not where my desire is. You know, I don't jump on it. When I want to find something out, I'll jump on the internet or look in a book. But I don't just do it to just continuously gain my knowledge. I'm just happy to pick it up casually from other people, and that's how I enjoy it. You know, I enjoy learning new things from new people. Yeah, so that's kind of where I stand on this, and that's kind of what I wanted to say. I've got no time for this elitist attitude of, I know more than you, so I'm a bigger fan. I know more than you, so I'm a bigger collector. I have more than you, so I'm more of a collector than you are. If you're a Star Wars fan, you're a Star Wars fan, and if you say you're a Star Wars fan, I'll treat you as such. If you say you're a collector, I'll treat you as such. It's not subject to gradation, you know. If you're a fan, you're a fan. If you're a collector, you're a collector. I won't treat anybody more of a collector than somebody else because they have more, or someone's more of a fan than someone else because they know more. And you're certainly not more of a collector if you have more, or more of a fan if you know more. You're just a fan. You're just a collector. And I just felt this is something I wanted to say. I just don't like this attitude that some people seem to have, that you're not a proper fan if you don't know certain things. You're not a proper collector if you don't have certain things in your collection or don't have a certain amount in your collection. I've got absolutely no time for that. That's not what I'm about. It's not what this channel is about, and it certainly isn't what this community is about as far as I'm concerned. This video may cause me to lose subscribers. It may get more dislikes than any of my other videos. I understand that. And accept it. You know, I'll take that risk just for the sake of telling people and telling my viewers, my subscribers, that this is where I stand on this kind of thing. This is where this channel stands on this kind of thing, and for me, this is where this community should stand on this kind of thing. Nobody should be suggesting to anybody that they're not as much of a fan because they don't know certain things, that because they can't tell you which actor played every role, because they can't recite every line, because they don't watch Star Wars as much as you do, because they don't own as much in their collection as you do. I've got no time for that whatsoever. You know, we are all fans, we are all collectors, and I personally will deal with everybody the exact same. And I just feel I wanted to say that and get that out there. So I'm not going to say I hope you enjoyed this video. This isn't really what this video was about. I hope you feel it was worth watching and worth listening to. Again, as usual, leave any comments or questions in the comment section below. By all means, comment on what I've said. If you disagree, I've absolutely no issue with you leaving comments about whether you disagree with anything I've said. As long as you leave your comments in a respectful and friendly way, polite way, I'll happily talk to you about anything, as long as it's done in the right way. Yeah, just do it respectfully and polite, and I have absolutely no issue with that. This video isn't about not telling people if they're wrong about something or not informing people of something they don't know. It's about just doing it in the right way and enjoying and being happy that you can help somebody. gain their knowledge and improve their knowledge, not lording your knowledge over somebody else because I know more than you and that makes me feel better about myself and that makes me more of a fan than you are. So at the beginning of this video, the question I posed was, how much knowledge do you need before you become a real Star Wars fan and Star Wars collector? The answer is none. All you need is to love Star Wars to be a real fan, and all you need is a few items in your collection to be a Star Wars collector. Thank you for watching till the end of this video, and as always, keep collecting, and I'll see you next time.